A new morning rises over Heartland, but something feels different, almost too peaceful. As the golden sun touches the fields and the horses graze quietly, a storm is already building in silence. This is the beginning of the end, then the start of something no one saw coming. Asterisk, the wind is soft over the barn as Amy walks beside Spartan, her steps slow, almost thoughtful. She smiles at Lindy, who skips through the field, chasing butterflies. Amy tries to laugh along, but there's a flicker in her eyes, a mix of joy and worry she can't hide. Something is going on, but she's not ready to tell anyone yet. Inside the house, Jack is whistling while pouring coffee. Tim leans against the doorframe, his arms crossed, watching Amy with quiet pride. "She's stronger than ever," he says softly to Jack, but Jack just nods, eyes narrowed with quiet concern. He's lived long enough to know that sometimes strength hides pain. Lou steps out of her car, full of energy. She's back from the city with big news about her mayoral plans. Her phone buzzes, non-stop calls from work, from the press, from Peter. She waves them off for now. "Just want one day here," she says. She walks into the kitchen and kisses Lindy on the head. Katie joins her with a smile, holding a drawing she made for her mom. Lou seems happy, but beneath the surface, something's off. She hesitates before answering Peter's call. Her hand shakes slightly. No one notices. Amy and Lou take a quiet walk together by the creek like old times. Lou is chatting about politics while Amy nods, not saying much. Lou suddenly pauses and looks at Amy. "You okay?" Amy nods too fast. "Just tired," she says. Lou doesn't push, but her sister's face tells her there's more. Later that afternoon, Amy helps Jack patch up a broken fence. She bends over to pick up a post, then pauses. Her breath catches, her hand on her stomach. Jack notices. "Need a break?" he asks gently. Amy forces a smile. "Just a long day," she says. But her eyes drift toward the clinic in town, and something in her gut twists. Meanwhile, Lou sits with Katie, looking through old family albums. She stares at a photo of Ty. Her fingers linger on it. Katie looks up and asks, "Do you miss Uncle?" "Ty?" Lou nods, holding back tears. "Every day." The ranch is alive with activity horses in the pasture, boots on gravel, laughter from the house. But there's a strange stillness in the air, a kind of quiet that only comes before something breaks. As the sun sets, casting a soft glow over the barn, Amy stands alone, eyes closed, hand resting on her belly. A silent promise is forming in her heart. The day ends like any other, but deep inside Heartland, the roots of change have already started. To move, one life is waiting to be revealed. Another is about to be taken. And no one knows how fast everything is about to change. Asterisk, she thought she could hide it. That if she stayed busy, no one would see the change in her eyes, the way she paused every time she touched her stomach. But secrets at Heartland never stay buried for long. And when one truth begins to surface, another darker one is right behind it. Asterisk, morning breaks over the ranch, but this one feels heavy. Amy stands in front of the bathroom mirror, staring at the small white stick in her hand. Her breath catches, positive. She leans over the sink, eyes closed, heart pounding. A whisper escapes her lips. "How?" Downstairs, Jack is already saddling up a horse, but he glances toward the house. "Something's not right with that girl," he murmurs to himself. He knows Amy better than anyone, and lately she's been quieter, distracted, holding something inside. Amy doesn't tell anyone yet. Instead, she throws herself into chores, helping Tim train a young colt, brushing Spartan, even fixing old fencing on the back trail. But when she crouches to pick up a tool, a dizzy wave hits her, and she stumbles. Tim rushes to her side, but Amy brushes him off with a forced laugh. "Just skip breakfast," she lies. Back at the house, Lou is glued to her phone. Her campaign team is demanding answers. There's talk of corruption in her office. Anonymous messages, threats. Peter warns her over the phone. "Someone's trying to ruin you." Lou tries to stay strong, but her hands are shaking. She closes the laptop and walks outside, needing air. As she walks toward the stables, she sees Amy sitting alone, looking at the mountains. Lou joins her, sitting quietly for a moment. "Remember when we used to ride out there?" Just to escape mom's chores? Amy smiles faintly. But Lou turns serious. Amy, are you okay? You haven't been yourself? Amy's lips part, almost ready to say it, but she stops. I'm fine, she lies again. Later that day, Amy drives into town alone. She parks far from the clinic and pulls a hoodie over her head, avoiding eye contact as she walks inside. The nurse knows her. Amy, it's been a long time. Amy nods. I think I'm pregnant, she says in a small voice. Meanwhile, Lou opens her email to find a video attachment with no subject line. Her eyes widen as the video plays. Someone has been following her, secretly filming her meetings. It's a setup. Her hands tremble. Who would do this? She whispers. Back at the ranch, Jack sees Amy walking back from her truck, looking pale. He gently takes her arm. Whatever it is, you don't have to face it alone. Amy looks up at him, tears in her eyes, but says nothing. The fear is still too fresh. Night falls. Amy finally pulls out a box of Ty's old things from the attic. His jacket, his notes, and a tiny stuffed animal they once bought for Lindy. She holds it close and whispers to the dark, I wish you were here. Outside, Lou stands by the barn, watching the stars. Her phone buzzes again. Another unknown message. She deletes it, then turns to see Katie standing behind her, watching. Mom, are you in trouble? Lou doesn't answer. In Heartland, secrets always have a cost. And as two sisters try to protect the people they love, both are holding truths that could tear everything apart. One life is just beginning. Another is on the edge of something far more dangerous than anyone knows. Asterisk, when the walls of a family begin to crack. It's not always with a crash. Sometimes it starts with a whisper, a door quietly shut, or a tear quickly wiped away. But this time, the breaking comes fast and loud. And once it starts, even Heartland can't hold it together. Asterisk, the morning sun rises, but the warmth doesn't reach everyone. In the kitchen, the tension is thick. Lou slams her phone down on the table. Her campaign is in crisis. The messages won't stop. Her voice shakes as she speaks to Peter on video call. They want me out, Peter. They're coming for everything, my job, my name, our daughter. Peter tries to calm her down from across the screen, but Lou cuts the call short. She turns to see Katie standing silently at the doorway. You okay, Mom? Lou nods too fast. Everything's fine, sweetheart. But Katie isn't a child anymore. She knows it's not. Meanwhile, Amy wakes up early but doesn't feel rested. She throws on a jacket and steps outside, trying to catch her breath. Her world is spinning. The pregnancy, the fear, the memories of Ty, it's all too much. She tries to distract herself by feeding the horses, brushing Spartan, and smiling at Lindy. But when Jack comes out with her favorite tea, Amy finally snaps. I don't want tea, Jack. I don't want to talk. I just need to breathe. Jack pauses, not hurt but worried. You're pushing everyone away, Amy. That's not like you. Amy's eyes well up. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, she finally says, voice breaking. In the barn, Tim is trying to fix a broken piece of equipment. The noise echoes. Lou storms in, demanding help. I need to borrow the truck, don't ask why. Tim snaps back. You've been running this ranch like your campaign office. You think we don't see it? Lou's eyes narrow. Don't start with me, Tim. He doesn't back down. You're not the only one dealing with something. Look at Amy. Lou turns to go, but Katie is right behind her. What's happening to us? She asks quietly. Lou softens. Nothing, honey, just adult problems. Katie shakes her head. Uncle Ty used to tell the truth. And with that, she walks away. That night, Jack gathers everyone for dinner. He wants to bring the family back together. But Amy doesn't come. Lou is on edge. Tim is silent. Katie barely touches her food. Lindy looks around, confused by all the quiet. Jack finally slams his fork down. Enough! We've been through death, fire, and loss, and we still stood as one. What are we doing now? Falling apart? Everyone freezes. Amy walks in late, her eyes red, face pale. She doesn't say anything, just sits. The silence is louder than any scream. Then Lindy asks softly, Is something wrong with the baby? Amy looks up in shock. What baby? Jack's eyes shoot to her. Lou looks confused. Tim leans forward. Amy's hand slowly touches her stomach, and in that moment, the truth lands like thunder. No one speaks. Katie runs upstairs. Lou follows, but in the hallway, Katie turns around and yells, "Stop pretending! Everything's fine. You're lying, all of you." Amy stays frozen at the table. The family that once felt unbreakable is now trembling at every corner, and outside, the wind begins to howl. A storm is coming to Heartland, and it's already inside the house. Asterisk, it always happens on an ordinary day. No warning, no sign. Just one phone call, one wrong turn, 1 second too late, and everything changes. This is the moment that shatters Heartland. The one no one ever saw coming. Asterisk, the sky over Heartland is gray, but no one looks up. Inside the house, the family is still tense from the night before. Amy stands by the window, hand resting gently on her stomach. She watches Lindy play outside, her heart torn between joy and fear. She still hasn't told Lou everything. She was waiting for the right moment, but now there won't be one. Lou is rushing again. She's dressed sharply, papers in one hand, phone in the other. Peter's voice buzzes from the speaker. "Are you sure you want to drive, Lou? You're not in the right headspace." Lou doesn't even answer. "I'll be fine. I need to fix this myself." She grabs her bag, kisses Katie quickly, and heads to the truck. Amy watches her from the porch. "Drive safe," she calls out. Lou lifts a hand but doesn't turn around. The truck pulls away down the dirt road. Dust kicks up behind it. Amy stands there a little too long, her fingers clutching the porch rail. Something feels off. A few miles away, Lou's truck speeds along the highway. She's reading a message on her screen, another threat, another leak about her campaign. Her phone buzzes again. She looks down, just for a second, just long enough to miss the bend in the road. Tires screech. Metal twists. The screen goes black. At the ranch, Katie drops her glass. It shatters. She clutches her chest and runs to Jack, crying. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with Mom. Minutes later, Amy's phone rings. She sees the name RCMP Dispatch. Her breath catches, she answers, and her knees buckle. Jack rushes to catch her as the phone falls from her hand. The next scene is chaos. Sirens flash. Police tape flutters in the wind. A tow truck pulls Lou's vehicle from a ditch, mangled and smoking. Paramedics whisper to one another. One removes their cap in silence. There's no movement in the stretcher, just a sheet pulled over the body. Back at Heartland, Jack and Tim return from the hospital. Their faces are pale, their steps slow. Amy stands at the door, eyes pleading. Jack can't speak, he just shakes his head. Amy falls to the floor. Katie screams. Later, Amy sits by Lindy's bed. The little girl doesn't understand. "Why is Aunt Lou sleeping so long?" she asks. Amy's lips tremble. "She's not sleeping, baby. She's just gone to the stars." The funeral is quiet. Black clothes, rain, a single white rose rests on the closed casket. Peter holds Katie, but he's not strong enough to stop crying. Tim grips the back of the pew, staring into space. Jack stands beside Amy but doesn't speak. He just lays his hand on her shoulder, the only thing holding her together. Katie walks to the front of the church with a letter in her hands. She reads it through sobs. "Mom, you always said I'd be strong. I will be, but I don't know how to say goodbye." Outside the chapel, the wind picks up. Amy stands alone, rain falling around her. She places her hand on her belly again. Her voice is barely a whisper. "You'll never meet her, but she know who you were. Heartland has lost one of its own, and nothing will ever be the same again."